I never thought I'd end up in a place like this. I never thought I'd end up in a house like this. I still get a little thrill when I drive up to my beautiful home, with its large front porch framed by 4 enormous white columns. It might not be the most expensive house around here, but it sure ain't the cheapest. But hey, I deserve it. Mike may be the money guy, but I'm the perfect wife. Take this evening, for instance. We hosted a small dinner party that was very important to Mike, and by extension to me. It was a success. I may not have cooked the food myself. We have Sophia, our housekeeper/cook, for that. But I do know how to plan the right menu for the right occasion, and I know how to be the perfect hostess. We invited Rob and Bethany Wolfe into our home because they're rich, interested in Mike's work, and right now, he needs campaign donors. I don't know why exactly. I mean, we're pretty rich ourselves. I would have thought he could pay for his own campaign, but what do I know? Mike runs his own boutique investment firm, and he's done extremely well. And I do mean extremely well. Then one day, a couple years ago, he announced that it was time he got involved in politics, and he has set his eyes on the prize. Governor. I've been very encouraging because I think it would be nice to be governor's wife. It has a certain ring to it. He says he needs to make himself more visible. Enter Rob and Bethany Wolfe with their deep pocket and keen interest in state affairs. That's what they call it, state affairs, as if they actually mean affairs of the state instead of, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours and we'll call it lobbying. Along with Rob and Bethany, we also asked the Porters, Larry and Janice, because they're also rich, and Larry told Mike that he sometimes plays golf with Rob, so what better way to break the ice but to be among friends? By the time dessert arrived, white chocolate cheesecake with raspberry coulis, Bethany Wolfe was adamant this had been the best crab soup she'd ever tasted. It's the dry sherry that makes all the difference. And Rob insisted the seared duck with pickled red cabbage and truffle cream would be the death of him. I sure hope not, I quipped. You haven't contributed anything yet. He guffawed till he was red in the face. Mike beamed at me, and his handsome face and crinkled smile made me feel all warm and tingly. Oh, by the way, Tamra, Janice Porter said as we accompanied them to the door, I almost forgot. She reached into her bag and pulled out a small white envelope, handed it to me. Of course, Larry's wedding, how lovely. You must be so proud. I knew already that Janice was bringing the invitation to their son's wedding, but what brought me a small rush of pleasure was that it was addressed to Mr. and Mrs. Mike Mitchell in elegant script. Mrs. Mike Mitchell. That's me.